Welcome, Virgo, to your end of the month reading for January. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new to my channel, welcome, welcome. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, let's see what's going on with you, Virgo. Going straight into your energy. This is what you're thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding you. Virgo. Oh, like Virgo at the end of the month. There it is. Page of Pentacles. That's pretty much you upside down. And that's a Capricorn Virgo card, so that's pretty much you. And that's pretty much telling me, let's see how I'm going to do things. Feeling like you might have a little resentment against somebody. And it could also be that someone around you didn't get their way and they're kind of foot stomping around you and you're like, excuse me, why are you being so selfish? Or it might be you having a little bit of selfish behavior, but it's almost like you're telling someone, stop your whining. Stop whining around me. You're being a big baby. And it's almost to the point where you see this person could be another Virgo or another Capricorn, or it could be you. You literally could be feeling like you didn't get your way about something and it's really upsetting you and you're kind of foot stomping around. You might not even notice that you're doing it, but your energy is showing it. So take it how it resonates, because the cross-watcher could be like, that's totally Virgo. They might not know that they're doing that, but that's what they are doing, right? You might be a little whiny and a little complaining right now. Okay. As I always tell my kids, it takes a big man to admit it, right? Yeah, I'm not feeling good right now, okay? Leave me alone. So, yeah. Okay. So take it how it resonates, whether it's you or someone around you. But that's definitely in your energy. Okay. Yeah, it's all about authority, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe you want to have a little more authority. Maybe you feel like somebody took your authority away from you. Maybe you had to be the authority to this person. However it is, this reading is going to be wrapped around this authority. You could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus or an Aries-Taurus cusp as well. Okay. So getting straight into the situation is taking place in the present, the near past, and the near future. Okay, so there's some financial material changes going around, and that could be why. Well, obviously, right? And you're kind of like standing your ground as an authority, but maybe you're doing it wrong, right? Maybe you're doing it a little wrong. Maybe others see you as being immature and not being the powerful person that you should be doing. They see a little immaturity in that, or, right? Or you want this other person to stand their ground, but stop acting so immature about it. Stop whining. Like I said, take it how it resonates. Okay, over here in the near past, you have the recognition and the rewards, and spiritual strength is upside down. So you're not really feeling very strong in belief right now. Something is kind of taken a back seat to the spiritual strength. That's something we don't really like to see, right? Because when you have the spiritual strength right side up, it's calling to give you encouragement and remind you have an inner strength and complete whatever you want to be working on. Okay, it represents the courage, the discipline, the stability, and the persistence. You may be tired and weary from the struggle, but now is not the time to give in. So what is it telling you? You're tired of what? You're giving in. Why are you giving in? Or why are they giving in? Maybe you see them giving in, right? Well, we won't know that until we get there. But yes, definitely have 4 cards over here. So we're definitely talking about stability, but this is also a great stable card here, you know, and then over here, it's also talking about, you know, having the courage and stability within yourself as well. But definitely this authority right here is a 4. That is the major stability. So having the recognition and rewards over here in the past, you had the passion. I feel like you had a lot of recognition and reward. People did see you and they were looking up to you and they were seeing you do great things, and you even seen yourself as this person of travel and great ideas and looking outward to find new things to do. Feeling very encouraged, very optimistic about things that are to come. Yeah, having a lot of hope and a lot of belief, and it's over here next to this spiritual strength. So your spiritual strength then was very big and very beautiful, and you could have the belief that things are coming your way in the past. And people were recognizing you. Yeah, look at that beautiful Queen of Pentacles coming out for you, Virgo. They did see you as this Queen of Pentacles. They've seen you as the person with prosperity, and they've seen you as authority and nurturing, loyal to your financial material changes and people. And they seen you, you know, they really did see you as this person. And then something didn't go your way. Something didn't go your way. Now, to get to the Page of Pentacles, all of a sudden your recognition and reward was upside down. All of a sudden they kind of ghosted you. Why'd they put you out in the cold? What are they doing? The Emperor, oh, there it is. Same card, the Emperor could be dealing with this Aries or this Taurus. Or like I said, an Aries-Taurus cusp. However it is, something happened and you felt like they were kind of manipulating you or contradicting you, taking away your power. You felt like something wasn't going your way. It could be your father. Just saying, it could literally be your dad. It doesn't have to be a loved one of passion, right? Literally could be your dad, a boss, whoever you think the authority person is, right? Let's put it that way, because they're the ones that are showing all this authority. You did have the authority, but this person took away all your authority. That's what it really looks like. And this is when they started kind of treating you like a child, and you kind of, I feel like you just kind of blew. And maybe you did. Maybe you did. And maybe the Emperor sees you as immature, and from their point of view. And then it kind of just went this way. Yeah, you didn't move in the directions that the Emperor wanted you to move in, and it just feels like they blew up at you. Out of the blue, right? Could be. Maybe they'd had enough. It just feels like it was kind of out of the blue, and they'd had enough of whatever was happening. Even though you were doing great, you guys had a tiff, and that was it. Maybe you lost your job, something like this, but they'd had enough, and they did not. Yeah, they did not want you around. So they were very disappointed with you, and they kind of gave you insecurities. And so, yeah, you kind of went foot stomping around, and that's how you are right now. Like I said, or someone around you. Take it how it resonates. However it is, there's all these disappointments going on. Financial material changes. I'm sorry, there was a completion, and there's no success, and I feel there's no money coming in. I feel like you're not being offered a job. You're not having any money, and maybe this is where it's all coming through, because I've always had money, and then I lost my job, and the Emperor was upset. They didn't like that. Yep, there was a lot of compromise that went on about tugs and pulling and tugging and pulling on the reins over here, and we're doing this and we're doing that. And there's a lot of tugging and a lot of compromise between you and this Emperor about your finances. But in the end, the Emperor could be, like I said, in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. They are really upset about this. Maybe they don't feel like you're bringing in any money, but you're having a hard time getting a job. Take it how it resonates. It could be anything, right? They want to see more self-courage and more self-belief in yourself instead of, I'm just going to say it, instead of whining, complaining. Maybe they don't see you as strong as you used to be. Or maybe you don't see them as strong as they used to be. They want to see you get higher in the world. They want you to gather the strength together so that you can move up to the top with the Eight of Wands. And it just feels like when you message, they see the weakness within you, or you see the weakness within them. And they really want you to be strong and more courageous. and stand your ground and say, you know what, I'm going to do this. Okay, because you have 5 of Cups, and it's like they keep saying, if you only keep looking at the spilt milk in front of you, Virgo, how are you going to see the 2 of Cups behind you? Stop being so underdetermined. Stop crying. Why? I'm just bringing out this, whoever this Emperor is, they're kind of rough, right? Rough riders over here. Or maybe that's you, Virgo. Virgo, you have roughness to you as well. You know, so if they're crying and being immature, you're going to put your foot down. So whoever it is, it could even be you. You're like, hey, you know what? You don't have to live a life in a nightmare. Be more determined, right? You would like to see them stand their ground, or they would like to see you stand your ground. We're going to go that way for now. If it's the other person and you're talking to them, Virgo, then you can turn that around. But for now, we're going this way, and they would like to see you take a challenge. They would like to see you in challenge mode instead of being so underdetermined and just believing the whole life is a nightmare that you can't get out of. So it's kind of like you lost some will. We see that over here with the spiritual strength upside down. Though, yeah, it's almost like you're never going to see your ships come in, but you have this mainframe of thinking this way. And the Emperor is really trying to put down their authority, going, stop it, right? So you have this resistance, and it's almost like you need to go backwards. You need to start fresh. You need to break down all the walls and all the barriers and push yourself back up and stand your ground, and take a stand. Maybe you just need to stand back and look at where you are. Right. It would be and stop resisting, right? Are you resisting? Are you resisting, you know, taking the challenge, right? Over here with the spiritual strength, you have the Queen of Swords coming in. There's this calmness coming in. Even though you're not feeling very courageous and you're not feeling the power and you're not feeling everything, you do have this great calmness, which I like. Because even though you might not be getting what you want, and you might not feel like you're taking the authority back, you're finding the truth. The truth is you understand that you're not as courageous as you were before. You understand that you need to have go backwards. You understand that you need to have more determination. It's almost like this calmness and this stillness has come across you, to where truth is really starting to hit you, to come to the point that you understand more. So here you are with the Knight of Swords kind of rushing in for this truth, rushing in to get more determined, because the Knight of Swords is super determined. So it's like your determination where you had no courage and no belief and understanding that it was gone. You're rushing towards it now, more determined than you had been in a long time. So whatever happened in the past has really destroyed, was really destroying. And I don't think the Emperor was really helpful. I'm sorry, I just don't think so. I think that, and you might feel that way too. It's like they were helpful, but then again, they kind of were not helpful. Okay. It's a little bit of like 2 in 1, right? You see the backsliding relationship, you understand it, and that's why you're becoming more determined with the Hierophant. Upside down, you see the backsliding relationship of yourself. You see that you have lost the faith within yourself. And that's really what it is. And you're becoming more determined to find the faith, to have the understanding that you need to be more determined, right? That you're watching yourself with all these swords over here, Virgo. It's like you're really getting down to the wisdom and the truth. You're watching, you might even decide to go back to school or trade school or something like this to get your education back on track. For some of you, others of you, you might be just learning a new trade, right? You're finally going to get a, let's say you got a job and they're teaching you this trade, right? And you're a great student and you feel like you're a great student because you have more determination now. And that's maybe, for some of you, like I said, you might be getting a new job. So, or going to school. Okay, or someone is teaching you something. But however it is, you're teaching yourself no matter what about all of this, on the resistance of you thinking like it was the end of the world, believing that you were never going to get out of the nightmare. Nightmare is temporary. Yeah, the understanding that you need to not be stuck inside your head, that everything is going to be okay. So you're kind of coming out of that now. You're taking your authority back. Yeah, you have a self-sacrifice over here with the Hangman, and that's good. You need that self-sacrifice, because the self-sacrifice is going to say, okay, fine, I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to fix myself for the Ace of Cups. I have to get myself healthy, and I have to, now I'm going to take the challenge with the Seven of Wands. Fine, if that's what the Emperor wanted me to do, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, right? You know, if that's what the Queen of Wands, the Emperor, the same person, if that's what they want, then that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to work hard at it. So now you're more focused on yourself. You have finally gotten out of the dark cycle that you were in, and that negative way of thinking that the whole world is crumbling down. But I think you really needed the Tower, though, to come to the conclusion that, fine, the Tower came and I'm done. With the Page of Wands, that is the Queen of Wands, that is the Emperor coming back to you, saying, look, I told you you could travel in new areas. I told you to stop acting like this. I told you that the ways that you're thinking are immature. I told you you're stomping around. It's almost like that I told you so. I don't like that energy personally, because I don't think that people need that kind of energy. So I just want you to know, if it's, even if it's backwards, Virgo, try not to do that so much, to try to tell them I told you so. Man, that's so earthy though too, right? But it's also so fiery. So you could be 2 in 1. So if it is, try not to do that to them. Try to be more comforting. Yeah. So, you know, so that you don't make them cold shoulder you, because then you, Virgo, could start cold shouldering them, because you don't want to hear, I told you so, I told you so, I told you everything was going to be fine. You know, I don't need that. Okay. I don't need that. I just need love. I need you to be more supportive. I understand. And it's just the way that sometimes people nurture each other. 9 of Cups, but you're going for your 9 of Cups. Yeah, you just feel like you wish that they could be more like the King of Pentacles, which is much calmer than fire sign, than fire energy, right? Like, look, if you really are a Taurus, why don't you just act like Taurus and stop, you know, maybe they're like Taurus, Aries rising. I don't need Aries over here telling me, you know, blah, 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 right? So you're looking for this more like nurturing, you know, I wish that you could have just been more like this, right? Because if they're always telling the faults, that doesn't always help the situation. It can keep you here. It makes you feel bad. So it almost feels like you're trying to say, okay, fine, you keep talking to me like that, I'm going to keep ignoring. I'm just going to cold shoulder you and go lock myself in my room. I don't need to hear that. So yeah, and you're just wishing that they would be a little more nurturing about the situation. Hey, even if you are acting and foot stomping and acting immature and doing all of this stuff, maybe they should get down to the point of why you're doing that, right? Or vice versa. But in the end, it's good, because it is showing you that you are going after your 9 of Cups, and you are becoming a little more prosperous. And this is not just prosperous in money, it's also prosperous in the way you're thinking, and turning yourself back into the mature, loyal person to yourself, really taking on the loyalties of, yeah, you know what? I had a rough time, man. I'm going to be all better now, and really feeling better with that energy. Virgo, you need that earth energy, because it's going to make you feel so stable, and you're going to feel so balanced, and you're going to see beautiful things coming back towards you with a beautiful mindset for it. And that's what it is, right? That's really what it is feeling like yourself again. Times are rough, and you know, we all go through stages, and yeah, I just wish the Emperor would be just a little nicer. I just wish they would. I don't like that energy. God, it kind of reminds me of my other grandma, right? Well, you just get out of bed and stop acting like that. you know, one grandma versus the other grandma, right? My other grandma's a little rougher than the grandma I always use, right? So, okay, so there it is for you, my friends. And until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.